Corporate friends, I am Srijit Moksha from WhiteMerror Corporate. At this valuable moment, I want to share some valuable tips concerning the topic team building. What do you mean about the team? When group of persons are associated, in order to succeed one goal, it is called the team. That's the reason why we call the team. An individual person can't succeed all his achievements and dreams individually. It requires a team. That's the reason every places when group of persons are assembled, it's called a team. If you want to run a family, you require a team. If you want to succeed in a sports, in a game, you require a team. If you want to run a company, you need a team. On every sector, whatever activity you want to do, you require a team. Then only it is a proper establishment. We can establish a great success. So what do you mean about the team building? Team building is a process of motivating the perceptions of team members to believe only one object to succeed a goal. This is called team building. If you want to build a team, the five dynamics are very important. Team members, team relationship, team problem solving, leadership skill, and the organizational environment. These five areas must be considered and tuned very nicely in order to have the success. Team members. Team members, when a group of people are collected in favor of forming a team, it's not a problem. But we have to consider the team members, how far they are going to cooperate and associate in the team. A team member must be very cooperative, understandable, adjustable, optimistic, constructive, etc. On the contrary, if you find a person who is always thinking destructively, who is having the lethargic feeling, will affect the team and the progress too. That's the reason each and every institutions, organizations, even family, when we join a person in our group, we must have the complete feedback about the persons. Otherwise, it will be destructive one. Concerning the team relationship, that must be the two-way feedback. One-way feedback means when an organization, the proprietor or proprietrix of organization is having the confidential personal communication with each and every department person. Purchase department, sales department, admin department, accounts department, production department, and there are so many faculties, employees may be there. When the leader of the team or the proprietor of the company is having the communication person individually, this is the one-way feedback. We can't get a good relationship in between the faculties. It's very difficult to find a great success. So the feedback must be two-way, the collaborative assembly must be there. They must share the information with each other. The relationship is very important, husband to wife, and children to parents, and boss to employees, and wherever, the relationship must be maintained in a very level manner. Similarly, the team problem solving, the team leader must have an intention to find the goal. And the hygienic and honest communication must be there. And the climate must be very unique and universal. These are the areas. When the problems are rising in the team members must be cooperating for finding the solution for the team. And the team leadership is the essential one to success the goal. Because the team leader must have the unique qualities. He only should execute the goal to the employees how to succeed the goal. And he must bring the collaborative and climate and cool climate inside of the team. And he must set the priorities to the team members. What are the most important thing to be succeeded? He must bring the good informations to the team members And he must find the results and performance through the feedback. And he has to demonstrate how to do that when the employees and faculties are not knowing anything, even in the family. When the people are confusing without knowing what to do, he has to bring the clarity to the persons. It's very important. And this organizational environment, okay, so the environment must be very, very pleasant and peace. The home environment and factory environment, any kind of organization, hospital, college, the environment must be maintained in a very cold and chill climate. For example, when there is no peace and serenity in the family, that will be reflected in the work area. Most of the problems are happening because of their family situation circumstances. The driver will drive the vehicle according to the experience and intentions about the team. The advocate will advocate in the court by force of his family situation. Doctor will do his surgery by force of his family situation. The children will concentrate in the study. That is the reason so we have to bring the cool climate inside of the family. Family is the first place. That's why when we are admitting the children in the school, they are expecting the quality of the parents, whether they have educated or uneducated. Do they have all the extracurricular activities? This is very important. So this organizational environment must be maintained very lovable manner. The person or employee must love and aspire to prevail inside of the premises of the company, of the colleges, schools, and family too. This is very important. We have to take a great care for that. Recently, a 12 standard boy had lost his life recently because of the family situations. When parents do not obey properly, when they do not teach the good attitude and character, and it is really dangerous to the universe. That's a place where we have to educate. We do not expect the teachers will educate, the college will educate, the company will educate, the family must educate. And let us consider what about the team building. Already we have seen that it's a kind of process of motivating the team members to bury only one goal on the object. So, there are 4 areas: the forming, brainstorming area, and roaming and performing area. Forming a person is not a problem. All persons will inclined to join in the team preliminarily. But we have to interview the persons. That is the reasons why the how may the HR meet. If your employee must be, if your candidate must be employed in the company, it must be scrutinized. That's why the HR management is asking a lot of questions. They wanted to know their risk and strength about the candidate. Even in the schools, the children are scrutinized. Do they eligible of studying inside of the school? Otherwise, when they meet such unwanted people, they will spoil the dignity, also the progress of the schools, colleges, companies, all the process. That is why we undergo this kind of exams. So forming a people, we must very care. He must be constructive and very inspirative and very, very advisable to help the team. And when team members are introduced, they are unacquainted about their quality, character, conduct, superiority complex, inferiority complex, everything. So in this stage, they are so cautious and uncertain about their relationship. By then, a team members explore and experience and started to commit their activity. And each and every team member wanted to do his suggestion first, as best. And the leaders should focus this goal and motivate the people, team members, to know the reality and importance of the team. The team member must respect and value each and every team member's ideas, considerations, suggestions. Because if we neglect their ideas, if we don't mind some people, it is really unwanted when we can't get a good result. As well as each and every employee's unspoken feeling must be considered. That must be observed. Some people will have some unspoken feeling. That must be considered. We have to contact to have the confidential meet along with him. We must discuss him in which way he is affected. He must bring the clarity with the persons. And the communication is very important. Whether oral communication or written communication, telephonic communication, or the dialectical communication or mannered communications, wherever we communicate, we have to communicate in a very cautious manner. Unnecessarily, if you use a word, if you speak a manner unwantedly, that will create a problem. So the people are so cautious, they are observing you from everywhere. So we must be so concentrated to use the words. And the next stage is called brainstorming. Generally, certainly, the process of work begins with the pressure of the work and conflicting perspectives. When the work begins in the team or family or wherever, all the confusions, problems, negative ideas, controversies are rolling on the surface. We will have to manage so many deadlines. This is the nature of the team building. In that brainstorming area, we must so concentrate of each and every member's personality. We must bring a peace climate inside of the team. We must encourage to share the information with each other. We must bring the self-confidence in each and every employees. And we must consider all the unspoken spearing about employees. And there is a chance of developing the clash in between the passionate and impassioned persons. So in that moment, we should not nagging the impassioned people. Some people won't raise the word. This is happening in the family too. When a wife is quiet, always husband is nagging continually. When his husband is quiet, the wife is nagging continually. So this kind of management is not advisable. So we have to balance that peace in between the passionate and impassioned persons. And this is the area where every person is testified. His reliability and his honest and his working ability, everything is being testified in this area. Of course, if he's belonging under all these processes, he is only eligible of working for the company, college, school, even in the family. It is a testification area. So in this area, we must manage in a very tactile and strategic manner to stop all the problems. And after the process, we can find a very, very lovable people to success this team. Of course, if the people are sustaining all this process, farming and storming, that team is norming. So the normal stage, what do you mean about the normal stage? Means it is very unstable by everyone. And this is a stage. It does mean that makeup of all the former informal instructions of the companies are facilitated, reduced in favor of the convenience of the company and products and of the work. As long as here, every person must be delicate to do their importance of their work, and every member must be indicated, instructed to know the value of the message, because the mission and vision and values impact. Every person has his own value, mission and vision. Every company should have its value, mission and vision. That must be recollected. That must be remembered frequently to the employees. Then only they can get this rule. Even the family is very important. Each family members, you know, where are you from? When they say that I am from the family. So as soon as care the family, familiarity, heritage, you are respected much. So that's important. We have to develop such kind of value to our family. Our generations will be benefiting. Why not? The universe, when you are constructing the house, when a group of members who are in the house is maintained, built properly, the village will be perfect, whether urban or rural. The city will be reformed, as well as the district will be reformed, and state will be reformed, country will be reformed. Continentally, everything will be reformed. We can get a very seasoned and a lovable society. On the contrary, why this kind of carnages, suicides, homicides, rape, murders, and thefts? What's really, really detestable one to hear such kind of instance every day? Very bad moments are happening. How it is possible? Oh, this is very important area. Similarly, When we normalize in this area, all the family members, all the group members are agree to reconcile all the managements, all the alterations, all the decision makings, timing, everything properly. And after we have crossed this forming, storming, and norming, we are coming to the area called performance. Generally, the persons are prepared, eligible to perform the performance. In this area, everybody is understandable and experienced too. And they must realize the value of the time. The time management is very important. Whatever commitment you have commissioned that must be committed in certain time, the assignment will be completed. As well as all the members should be sharing the information very strongly, and unwantedly they should not commit and respond to the unnecessary works. Whatever designation you must be provided, that must be pursued and considered properly. On the contrary, when you are concentrating other things, the team both will be spoiled, your dignity is spoiled, and the honest communication are important. So it's a very long subject. There are a lot of practices in order to bring a good unity and cooperation, association between the team members, whether family, politics, or any trust, or any college or company. Wherever the group of people are working must undergo such a process, we can get a nice results. This is called team building. I hope that all you will be practicing your level best to sign a growth, employment, and success. She is Sivamoksha from WhiteMerror Corporate.